Now then, people, it's Joe, it's All Leeds TV. It's time for Before the Whistle Blows Game Week 24 preview, I believe. It feels good to be back in the hot seat after Oscar took the reins last week, giving me some well-deserved rest, I believe. But yeah, we've got a jam-packed show tonight, some great fixtures this weekend, to be fair. Some absolutely huge ones. Not least, you know, the battle of Corey and Hal, as I've coined it, which I'm really looking forward to their chat, if I'm being totally honest. I'm really looking forward to that. Loads to get into. Before I say hello to the guests, I'm just going to quickly run through our sponsor, which is, of course, Football Prizes. Corey's disappearing there. I don't know where he's to. But this week on Football Prizes, the link is in the description. As always, guys, you can get yourself a 1997-99 Leeds United signed and framed shirt signed by 16 former players. I won't go through them all, but the likes of Gary Kelly, Radaby, Martin, etc. That's £4.95, and there's 99 tickets available. I've stuck in there Tottenham one as well, because, of course, Elena's here. Unfortunately, they don't have any Arsenal, Sheffield United, or West Ham stuff yet, but they do have a Tanguy Ndombele signed and framed football boot. £4.95, 99 tickets available. And this is my question for Hal this as well. You can actually get, which I think is really cool, a complete official 1996 Merlin Premier League sticker book. I'm going to ask Hal if he can tell me which 3 players are on the front of that.
I mean, it's very small, but it looks like Robbie Fowler, David Ginola, and Janino.
No.
Oh, is it Nick Barmby?
But do you know what? It could possibly be. I thought it might have been Craig Hignett.
I can't see. It's too small, mate.
Oh, nightmare. But it is Michael Owen, David Ginola. When I seen that, I thought
that's not Michael Owen. That's not Michael Owen. Wasn't even around. He wasn't playing in '96. What are you playing at?
No, he wasn't.
That's Robbie Fowler, right?
Yep, it's Robbie Fowler.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it definitely wasn't Michael Owen. He didn't make his debut for another 3 years.
It's not like me to get dates wrong, is it, Corey? Bloody hell.
I want that, by the way. I'm going to be putting a bid in for that. That's brilliant. I collect stick books. That's fantastic.
Good. I'm going to tell you a funny story about that as well. My brother actually completed that, right? I've got 3 brothers. My older brother, Simon, actually completed it. And me and my younger brother, David, cut it up. And stuck.
Oh, mate.
Serious, stuck the Leeds players in blue tack round our bedroom. And he came back and he was like, what the have you done? Yeah,
that's worth money now.
Trigger, exactly. Yeah, Trigger happy. So yeah, he wasn't happy. But yeah, that's your Football Prizes stuff this week. So make sure you check them out and get involved. The link is in the description. What you say, Gal?
I've seen worse. I've seen somebody actually take a frame like Arsenal kit signed by like the whole team from back when we won the what was it, the first league title under Arsene Wenger, and the guy broke it. He broke it. Like, he moved into his new house, he put it up, somebody like walked by and it just fell and it completely broke. And it was like the official frame you'd win in a raffle.
Oh really? You could just buy it, reframe it. Not so bad. Our Simon couldn't stick the stickers back in.
People, and this is water. Just
water. Yeah. Someone else just asked.
Just to let everyone know.
Who's the winner on the vodka again? And someone also did ask if Hal, his hair had shrunk in the wash, or was his head inflated. I don't know. I didn't realise that was a thing. But yeah, please smash a like on the video. As always, guys, you know, we're putting a lot of hard work. These give up their Friday evening, which we're really, really grateful for. Smash a like on the video. It massively helps the channel. As you can see, we've got a great panel, but I just want to say hello to EGAL. EGAL's back. Obviously, we play Arsenal at the weekend, but how are you doing, EGAL, my man? All right?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's just, you know what it is, man. The ups and downs of the Premier League season. One day you're good, the next day you're bad again.
Yeah.
That's how it is with Arsenal.
Definitely. Elena, how are you, my love? All right?
I'm all right, but you know, my team's rubbish, but I'm all right. Yeah. I mean,
I've got on my notes here. Jose rant. We'll get a Jose rant at some point, which I'm looking forward to.
You're going to get a Jose rant and an Eric Dyer rant, and you know, my genuine defenders are a crap run. But yeah, you're going to get that. And then Hal will probably tell me to stop talking, as every week he does.
Love that. And how are you, Hal? Just on the topic of Hal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that battle royale with Corey later on. I've been told not to battle rap, Corey. Sorry. I've already thought that story rhymes with Corey, so I'm halfway there to a couple of venomous bars. But anyway, we'll hold back on that till later. Elena, I've never told you to stop talking. I just passively aggressively.
I'm joking.
I have a go after you finish talking. And to answer the question, interrupt me. Yes. So,
I did that on purpose, by the way.
It's the thing I hate the most. I've had my hair cut, for those asking. My wife is a trained barber, and I think she's done a pretty good job.
So she should if she's trained, to be honest.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that's great, Joe, is that, of course, coming up to Valentine's weekend, my wife actually got her COVID vaccine today, which I'm delighted about, because I promised her, with it being Valentine's weekend, that she would, for a couple of seconds, have a little prick inside her.
I absolutely love you, man. That is absolutely brilliant. Get in there. Start as we mean to go on. I think we've peaked already. I think
literally get in there.
We've peaked. Corey, how are you, my man? All right?
Good, mate. Carlos Tevez derby on Monday. It's going to kick off. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it later as well. We're going to leave West Ham, Sheffield United to the end. I think we're going to build it up. Unfortunately, Locks isn't with us. He's sorting out his missus's dad's garage or something like that, he said to me. So we don't have no Leicester contingent and we don't have no Liverpool contingent. But let's talk about that game first of all. What a game to start the weekend off. Leicester versus Liverpool. I'm going to ask, I've got a question after each, game that we discussed that I want to put to you guys on the panel. But Liverpool not in great form, EGAL. Leicester have only lost once in like 13 games, and that was against the mighty Whites, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. But how do you see this one going, EGAL?
I think it's going to be a situation where it's going to be a high-scoring draw. Maybe both teams get 2 goals each. Some controversy, some back and forth, like a basketball game. And we know that Leicester have now their James Justin's out, and they have a couple more guys out in addition to Liverpool's whole defense being decimated this whole season. And yeah, I think the winner of this game pretty much gets in top 4. I think these two are battling for top 4 now. So that's what it is.
You've stole my question, EGAL. These questions that I've worked on each day, I was like, right, this is what I'll put after this one. You stole it, man. But go on, Elena. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I agree with EGAL. Whoever wins this is going to be finish top 4. I think we're pretty much out of it, to be honest. I don't think we've got a chance against City. So if we don't get a point there, I don't think we're going to make top 4. And I feel like as we do have Mr. Serial Winner himself, we're going for cups. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be going for it. So I do think it's going to be between them two. Leicester have been brilliant. I do see Leicester getting a result. I mean, that could be a point or they could win. I don't see them losing. I think it could be a draw or a Leicester win.
Yeah. I mean, looking earlier on, Corey, 7 points, I think. Yeah, they're 7 points behind City now, Liverpool. City have a game in hand. Looks like the title race is done from that perspective. Liverpool dropped points in 7 of their last 11 away games. Do you think Liverpool could get 3 points against Leicester, or?
I don't think so. I mean, last time we sat here, we thought Leicester were going to beat Liverpool, and they didn't. They battered them. So I'm a bit. Yeah. It depends on how Brendan Rodgers wants to play it. I think he sat back against them last time, and like we found out with West Ham, when we sat back, they got the ball and they could dominate it. I think if Leicester want to go and win the game and show a little bit of credentials, they need to go and press that midfield a bit. You look at the energy in that Leicester midfield, and Liverpool are struggling a bit. They're looking a bit leggy. I think Leicester are favourites, mate, to be fair. I know they've got Vardy back in there as well. So, in theory, Leicester should win it. But you never know with Liverpool. If they introduce a couple of centre-backs, put Henderson in midfield, maybe they're a bit more sturdy.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot to be said about what's been going on with Klopp as well.
Sure.
Maybe that's had some impact on the squad as well. I've just been speaking to the lads over at Rivalry Aside. Make sure you check them out on YouTube, guys. They've got a Liverpool fan on there, Ben, and he's made the point, Hal, that really now Liverpool players don't have anywhere to hide. It's out in the open what's going on with Klopp. They owe him a performance, as it were, and really should come out and lay everything on the line against Leicester. How do you see this one going, Hal?
It's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be, one for the neutral, back and forth. I sort of do tend to agree with the majority of the thoughts on the panel so far. It's going to be probably the goaliest game of the weekend, and I could definitely see a score draw. It wouldn't surprise me if this was a bit similar to that Everton-Tottenham game in terms of kind of free-flowing attack, and Liverpool are looking a little bit suspect at the back, which is very unusual for them. So I could see goals both ends. I'll probably say 2-2 as well.
You're going to go 2-2, Corey. Go on, EGAL.
I want to apologize to some people because I wasn't making. I made a joke about Klopp being a crybaby. I wasn't speaking about his mom. I was speaking about him being in media. Because as soon as you said Klopp, I thought you were talking about him being a media guy, making fun of the media and everything. I wasn't thinking about the whole mom thing. So anything I said, it was meant to that, not him having family problems. No one wants that.
Me too. I laughed when you said Klopp, but that was because I thought it was about the whole.
Oh, you guys, you don't have to apologise. I didn't even see what you were saying. Sorry, I meant more the Klopp situation. But I do think, look, Klopp's taken a bit of stick for these interviews at the time, rightly so, because no one knew about his situation. You don't know what you don't know, so no one should be picked up for making comments. I've seen it on social media like this aged well. But we don't know what's going on in his private life, so how can you say that? You know what I mean? That's not fair. That's not fair. You're allowed to criticise people. However, with hindsight, now you know something different, then you wouldn't have made that same criticism. So no one should be held accountable for something they do not know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't need to apologise if anyone's made any comments, because at the time, even we were talking on here about, he's asking for all these subs, and now you maybe think, oh, there maybe was more going on underneath that we didn't know about. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But yeah, Corey, you went to
asking me Jose questions. By the way, there's like
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Don't worry.
Those are 3 questions. Just letting you know.
Yeah, don't worry. We will get there, Elena. City Spurs is up next. You will have your moment. Don't worry.
Great.
You don't worry. But yeah. So Corey, was you 2-2?
No, I'm 2-1 Leicester. I'm going to get off that fence and give it to them. Nice.
Gal, you were 2-2, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-2. And Elena, what are you going for?
1-1.
1-1?
Yeah, I'll go 1-1. I think it'll be a draw, but I don't know how high scoring it will be. We'll see. Hopefully it is exciting. It's fun. But
I think with everything that's going on at Liverpool and what's gone on with Klopp. Klopp. I didn't even mean to do that there. See that? That was good, wasn't it? Klopp. I think Liverpool will beat them. I think they will, and I've said, and Sims has just put it in the chat there. I said on the channel that I'd just been on a second ago. Sorry, I've clicked the wrong one there. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think Mane is going to come back. Salah, yeah, I think they're going to be firing on all cylinders, and they owe him that performance. Like Matt Hayes says, please smash a like on the stream, guys. There's 240 odd people watching. Smash a like. Let's see if we can, get as many in as possible this Friday, as we always try to do. Right, my question in relation to this game is in regards to Liverpool. If Liverpool lost this game, EGAL, is there any chance, which is crazy, but is there any chance that Liverpool could drop out of the top 4?
They're gone. If they lose this game, with the momentum, their momentum that they had at the beginning of the season has completely dropped off. Since the 7-2 versus Palace, I don't think they've picked up a total of 5 points in that time. Since then, they've drawn against teams like West Brom. They've lost to Burnley and Sheffield. Did they lose to? No, they didn't lose to Sheffield United. Who was it? They lost to a lot of teams. They lost
They
to
lost to
Southampton.
Brighton, didn't they? They lost to Burnley. They lost
We know
to
all about this, by the way.
Southampton. Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost to
so
They're hard
Southampton.
teams to play, guys.
based on the amount of teams they've
Yeah.
lost to, I don't see where their form is going to start, because it's not like they're going to get Van Dijk back tomorrow. It's not like these center backs that are coming into the team are going to come in and everything's going to change. Their biggest issue is the goals that Salah and Mane and Firmino were scoring. Just them alone is unsustainable, depending on 3 people the whole time. The last 2 years, what they've been doing, the model is actually unsustainable. So we have to look at that and be like, hey, the signs were already there. Now we're just seeing it play out in front of us.
The problem you've got, though, is Chelsea now. You see Chelsea are chugging along, getting that momentum. Leicester keep going. It's going to be tough. Liverpool got to pick up momentum somehow and get those players back. And I don't think they're going to do it in time. I mean, they might do. They might shock me. They're still a good side, but it's a tough ask.
Listen, Chelsea 100% are finishing above Liverpool. That is 100% in my mind. I don't know.
That's bold predictions, man. I think it's too bold.
This is what Gal's good at. This is why.
Yeah,
you have good predictions.
No, but look at
visionary today. That
forget about everything else, Joe. Everybody here, look at it this way. If I show you Chelsea's team healthy right now and Liverpool's team the way it looks right now with all the injuries they have, which team is better? Which team is going to finish above each other? You look at Leicester's team and you look at Chelsea's team. Which team is going to finish above who? You look at even Manchester United's team and Chelsea's team. Which team is closer to which? Closer to Man City. So at the end of the day, what Lampard was doing with Chelsea was embarrassing. They got rid of him. Unfortunately, we all want him in the job, but he's gone. And then, so what are you going to do? That's my take. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, nah, good, great take, mate. Great take. That's why we've got you here, man. Elena, what are your thoughts? Do Liverpool lose this? And I mean, it'd be some drop off, wouldn't it, if they were to win the league and then not get Champions League football the year after?
I mean, yeah, Leicester know all about that. Locks ain't here to like banter a bit because I hate that season. But anyway, it's possible, and it just shows how inconsistent this league is. It's crazy right now. They started off well, then obviously they had that Villa score, then the Brighton result, and then it just looked like teams can catch up to them all season. And it doesn't even look like they're now in contention of this title. We don't even talk about them anymore. We're kind of just thinking of City, to me, in my eyes, basically won it. And I think them not challenging for a title, they don't have that final push. I feel like when they were challenging for titles, that they had it in their heads and they were like, we need to win this title. It's been how long? We need to win this title. Now they're not in contention, really. Kind of looks like with the injuries they have, they've kind of given up already. They kind of accept that, kind of lost it already. So I feel like it is very possible that they don't finish top 4. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that gives us any chance. I think it will be more like Chelsea and the Leicesters this season, but I just think that they are they're on a thin ice right now. They need to get a point, or at least they need to get something from this game, because they need to get some form of momentum back, otherwise they're not making it.
Cool. And Hal, Corey's had a few words on it. Hal, what's your thoughts?
Elena just pluralized Leicester, so that's bothered me quite a bit. I don't know if I can let that go. What I can do is say that EGAL's accent, if I was to choose, if I came back, if you believe in that sort of, I believe it's a Buddhist teaching that we come back as something else. I would like to come back, probably still looking like me, because I do like my face, but with EGAL's voice would be absolutely wonderful. Actually, I don't know if this works. Can you do the share screen thing?
I don't know. I don't know if you can, but I can. But maybe you can.
Maybe I can. Can you? Yeah. Can you see that?
We can only see.
How I literally ignored the whole football question, by the way.
He always does. He always does.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to show you that. Can you see that?
No.
Oh wait, there. I'm going to add it to the stream now.
Joe has to add
it. Can you see that?
Yes.
So that's me and Ralph Little, and I tell you, we could be brothers, right?
Yeah, good.
It's mad, isn't it? Now picture Ralph Little with a gal's voice, and you've got yourself quite a sexy man.
I want the next photo of you with Bruno Fernandes, and then you with David Guest, mate. If you've got that,
well, that's
I don't know who that is, by the way.
You don't know who Ralph Little is?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I can't really help you with that. David Guest, that'll be a very difficult get, Joe, but I'll do my best.
Yeah. Great, man.
Actually, God, this is why I come on here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the compliment.
That's an even better one, really, to be fair. That's a great shout, you know. Gary! That is a great shout. Shout out the football terrorist from Latimus. Big shout out, Latimus. We've got Hal. Oh, hang on. These comments are flying up.
Shout out to Terry.
It's because Hal spoke.
Hal is the real special one.
Do you want to come manage Tottenham?
Right. Okay.
Well, I'd like Luke to give that cash on my channel.
Luke's a Leeds fan. Luke stays with the guys. We've got Asim in the chat as well. Big shout out, Asim, as we always do.
I've loaned him back to you.
He's back. Right, guys, before we go on to the next game, which is City Spurs, which is, of course, Elena's moment to shine. We always look forward to it. We've got 95 likes on the stream, but 250 people watching. Let's get that over 100 ASAP, please. So please smash a like on the stream, make it happen. Right, City Spurs. Elena, I've got some stuff here. I'm gonna chat about, but I don't need to when it comes to Spurs. I'll just hand over to you. Talk to me and tell me what's going on.
So, West Brom. Okay, we played well. You expect it. I mean, it's West Brom. So I didn't want to go too far on that. Like, yeah, cool. It's West Brom. Like, I expect you to play decent football against them. But to me, that shows that it shows that he did have tactical errors in these other games. Like against Brighton, that was a tactical error because against West Brom, we were able to play football. So don't tell me we're pegged back against everyone when we're clearly not. Like, this is what bothers me. It's like we play that lower opposition and we play the same way. So we finally showed that we don't have to do that. So yeah, to me that was just, it proved my point even more that we can play better football. Now that Everton game, we played. I mean, I like the way we set up. Okay, we set up on the front foot. We were taking the game to them, and yeah, that to me that's okay. That's good. But just like I said on TFT, I literally said this. You can't just go from one extreme to another. It's different when you're going from counter-attacking, but you can't go from playing such pragmatic football to then going to, we're going to bomb down the wings and attack you. You need to coach that. It's not like you could just go from one extreme to another. It wasn't like a slow build-up. So I think that, I don't know, it seems like we've had 19 months of him in the job. Literally 19 months of him in the job and he still hasn't got an identity.
He has got an identity.
He doesn't have an identity at Spurs, I mean. He hasn't got a tactical identity with our team because he doesn't know how the best way to play with them. It's like you've been at the job for a long time now and you still haven't found the best tactical way to play with these players because you're changing it up to such extremes all the time. To me, that's a problem.
Is this not the first time he switched it up, though?
Not to this extent. There's different when it's counter-attacking, and then there's different when you're going straight all at them. We took the game to them. So for me, it's like that's not how Jose Mourinho ever wants to play football. We all know this. This is not his way of playing football. He doesn't concede 5 and hope to score 6. Like that's just not the way he does football. So it seems like he's so out. He doesn't know what to do. He's so out of touch that he's just like, all right, we're just going to go all attack because I don't know what else to do with you. And it's like, he can't coach that. That's just not his style of football. So to me, it just seems like, we're not... I would like Howin. At least he'll give me some comedy in the press conferences. I'm not... I just think that it just shows to me that he's a defensive coach. The defensive style isn't working. He isn't going to get his signings. So he's gone all out attack and he can't coach that very well, clearly. That's not his style. Not that he can't coach it. I don't think it's his preferred style. So for me, it's like you've been in the job for 19 months and you still haven't got a preferred style with this club. You can't find a click every game. Like obviously you're going to lose games, but it's different if it's like you're switching it up to different extremes. So anyway, on to the game.
Let me just come in though, Elena, before you move on to the game. what I got from that was, in your opinion, like in your mind, Jose is damned if he does and damned if he doesn't.
No, I just think that we aren't seeing a tactical identity within 19 months.
But I think you are, though. He plays a certain way. It's rubbish.
Yeah, but then why did he switch it up so much? Is because it's not working. The players don't want to play that way. He's losing the dressing room if he continues to play that way. So we had to switch it up, which to me is
that's what it was down to because of the dressing room.
I think, the players said he's still popular in the dressing. From what I've heard, he's still popular in the dressing room, but they don't want to play the football that he plays. So they've said that they've been open with that, and to me that shows that they're saying to him, "Listen, we don't like playing like this." Then that's a problem. They're like, and then it's like you're not really believing in his tactics, and then you've changed it up to some next extreme that you can't coach. And it's
after that game, if that conversation has gone down, he'll have sat them all down and gone, "Tried it your way. You got beat."
Okay, but let me just say one thing. No, I hate when people say to me, "Oh, that's why we don't play attacking." Well, what's better, losing 1-0 and actually not looking like we're ever in the game, and then losing 5-4 and we actually look like we're in the game? I'm sorry, but that Chelsea game to me was very embarrassing. We look more in the game like this than we did against Chelsea. I don't see how it's any better to lose 1-0. I genuinely don't.
No, I agree, mate. I get it. Look at Leeds United. I
mean, you know the way I want to play football. Not everyone here does as well. I just publicly can't say that.
Elena tagged me in a tweet where she was like, "Oh, Bielsa's next in line. Mourinho's going to go, all this sort of stuff, and Bielsa's going to turn up and leave it."
And all the Spurs fans were like, "No, you wouldn't want him in." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I wouldn't want him in. Yeah. But go on, then. I don't love him because he talk pot everything. Yeah, no.
How do we see this one going then, Elena?
We've got no hope. We will set up defensively, which is fine. We need to set up defensively because they're going to run through us. We've got crap defense. Eric Dyer just needs to understand that he's not a footballer anymore, and Jose Mourinho needs to let off the love that he has for him a little bit. But anyway, we have a crap defense, so I think we'll probably lose like 2-0 or something. But realistically, we've got no hope in hell.
Really? Wow. So before I go to the rest of the panel, I fancy us in this. Because City are flying. No, serious. 15 wins in a row.
We've got a great record against them. We do have a very good record against them. And I know we somehow do it with the XG is so on their side and we somehow manage it. But that's going to catch up to us. They probably win like 8-0 or something.
No, I think this is the perfect time for Jose to come back. City firing on all cylinders and beaten in so many games. And it wouldn't surprise me if Jose Mourinho shithouses this a 1-0. Corey, what are your thoughts on this game, mate?
I hope they batter them, Man City, to be honest. Listen, Pep's going to just drop a masterclass. I'm telling you now, he's going to control that midfield. They're not going to get the ball. They're going to drag them out with Phil Foden. The defence is all over the place. Man City are a different level this season. Tottenham, on the other hand, like Elena touched on, they tried playing it one way. It didn't work. You're probably right, Joe. He probably played it to prove a point. Some of the signings haven't worked. We haven't seen Gareth Bale in about 6 months now. I'm not sure where he is. And obviously
he's finished. He's there as a mascot.
Yeah, Eric Dyer's done. So there are some massive issues, but I think I touched on it to my mate earlier. I said, no, at the end of the we've never seen Jose Mourinho ever go on the downward curve and then pick it back up. Every time he's gone on that downward curve, he's always left. And you look at Pep this season, he's shown that he can do it. Klopp's obviously got that ability as well. It is a serious question because, where does Jose go from here? Do Tottenham just keep him because he's on such a big contract, or do they have to let him go because the football is that bad? I don't really care, but it's just.
I think it depends. It's hard. It's very hard to say. I think it depends on how bad we go. I think if we get knocked out of Europa, and we lose to City, and then we start losing more games, and we only picking up 1 point, 2 point, then there will be. That Europa's big.
If you win that Carling Cup, is that it? Is that the best thing you can do, or do you even care at this point?
I have such a strong view on this that I get absolutely slaughtered, but I do not think, in my opinion, a Carling Cup, an energy drink cup, is going to elevate the club the same way Champions League does. I don't think these players that we are able to sign are going to want to come to a club just because you've won the league.
No. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
So many people go mad at me for that. Yeah, you need a winning mentality. Okay, but if I'm planning on sacking my manager, no matter if he wins it or not, it doesn't matter if he wins it to me because he's not going to be there to create this winning mentality. I would sack him even if he wins this Carling Cup, personally.
But yeah, but when was the last time you won silverware though, Lena?
Yeah, that's fine. But I think number one, he's had a very, very easy run to the final. Very easy run.
You've got to get there, though.
Yeah. Okay, we played Brentford like in the semi and Stoke. Like
good side. Good side. We'll be in the Premier League next season.
I'm just saying, right?
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing devil's advocate, though.
But what I'm saying, like, all I'm saying is that yes, he's here on 50 million a year to win silverware. But I think that if you're just going to prioritize one league cup over Champions League football, which is very, very much needed at Tottenham, we do not have transfer budgets without it. I just think that it's not elevating. Yes, we need silverware, but I guarantee you that League Cup is not going to give me more happiness than the semi-final getting against Ajax will. I guarantee you that. I'll put money on that.
No, probably. I'm thinking now as an emotion. Yeah, but that game, the way it went, etc.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a Champions League final. Everyone's talking about this final that we've won it. We're literally comparing a Champions League final to a League Cup final. And the only reason why I think Pep really likes this this final, this trophy, is because it's normally played now. It's normally in February, so you get that winning mentality for the rest of the season. I don't think it's going to do much if it's like now. That's what I'm saying. If it's in April, if it's not now, it's in April. I don't really like. I just don't think it does much. And
yeah, great. I love this comment from Dave. Asim, you need some bromine in your tea, mate. I don't know if anyone knows what bromine is.
Also, reading the comments from Asim, I mean, some of the things you're saying are very complimentary about Elena. But if you come over to our channel, I'll get you an Elena. I mean, as I've mentioned to Elena before, my mother-in-law has the same name, so she can be on our channel now. She's in her late 60s, but I think for her age, she looks fantastic. So if you're still going to be splashing the cash around, come over to our channel, mate. We'll be doing the watch along. Corey, are you going to be doing a watch along for the West Ham game?
I am indeed.
Yeah. So what I would suggest then is you watch maybe one half of mine and one half of Corey's and see which of us is more amusing.
I really enjoyed your watch along.
Become a super subscriber.
It could become a super. Thank you, Elena.
Hal watch along. It was great, Hal, the other day.
That's very kind of you. That's very kind. Thank you. And by the way, during that, Elena, I was listening intently, but I also have discovered, because you guys were mentioning the Carling Cup quite a lot, and they no longer sponsor it, that actually Carling, the brewing company. Yeah, but the brewing company has actually been around since 1818, and in the 1980s, Carling became the UK's most popular beer brand.
Lovely.
Fascinating.
That is great. I'm really good.
Anyway, we're going to lose like 2-3-0. That's the,
cool.
that's the point of all of that.
Cool.
Can I quick synopsis?
Yeah, EGAL, come on. Because do you know what? I want to give props to EGAL actually, because he came on before and I was bigging up Tottenham and I was saying I still do think Tottenham will win a trophy. Maybe not get top 4, but they're still not out of it. And EGAL said, nah, not happening. Spurs no good. They're not good enough, etc. And as it stands, he's been pretty bang on. But go on, EGAL. I'll let you take it, mate.
Okay. So these are rhetorical questions that I'm going to be answering myself. First thing. First thing, right?
I love that little caveat. Just by the way, don't answer these.
First thing you got to say. When it comes down to it, let me just name. So we already know Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, even Leeds, even they're on the same amount of league titles as Huddersfield. Okay, so let's just put that in perspective first of all. So when we say Tottenham are a massive club, you are where you think you should. You're way above where you think you should be, and you are where you are supposed to be right now. This is where you're supposed to be. Okay, you got Wolves has more league titles than you. Leeds have more league titles than you. Sheffield Wednesday have more league titles.
We don't claim to be a successful club. It's your lot.
Chelsea have more league titles. Sunderland have more league titles. Man City have more league titles. Man City, this team you're going to be playing the next day, they have They have a better goalkeeper. They have a better defense. They have better right back. They have better left back. They have better midfield. You only have one midfielder that will get into their combined 11, right? Which is Ndembele. Højbjerg, which has been the signing of the season, would possibly get into the team also. When it comes to your attack, you have two really good players. But besides those two, the rest of the team is nowhere near a Champions League or a league title winning team. Now, I'm not talking as an Arsenal fan. I'm talking as a football fan. Your team that you guys thought was going to win a league is nowhere near the level of a Premier League winning team. Harry Kane, he's a fraud until he wins. No, let me finish. Harry Kane, he's a fraud until he wins a league title or he wins any major trophy of honors. If he wins a League Cup, doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
Whoa. Go on, I'm going to let you finish, EGAL. Go on.
It doesn't mean anything if he wins a League Cup. And you know what? Manchester City are going to humble Spurs again. And when you're talking about, oh, you played good football, you conceded 5 goals. That's not good football, in my opinion. When you would have been better off, playing the way Jose was playing in the first place, because at least he realized your team is so kamikaze that the only way to play is if you try to put 10 men behind the ball and defend with the whole entire team.
Losing 1-0, like the way we lost against Chelsea, is nowhere near better than playing the way we did. We looked like we had more of a chance of getting a result out of this game than we ever looked like getting a result out of Chelsea. The best we could have done against Chelsea was a draw because of the way we set up. That was the best we could have done. We never set up to even try and win the game. And for me, and I know Joe probably agrees with me being a Leeds fan, I want to see my team try and at least look like we can win a game. We always looked like we were going to draw or lose that game. We did not look like we were in that game. But in the Everton game, we actually had more of a chance. I was more confident throughout that game, conceding that many goals than I was against Chelsea.
Okay, Elena.
Wow,
That did not answer anything. You said your personal. You said your That's your personal feeling. No, Elena.
Bring it, man. Bring it. I love it. I'm listening.
Your personal feeling. Guys, we do this every single day on the Football Terrace. You guys already know. When it comes down to it, Elena, your personal feelings of how the team performed and what actually took place. You guys conceded 5 goals against a team that you shouldn't be conceding 5 goals against. You scored 4 goals. You got entertained. Just because you got entertained and it ended up in the same result, it doesn't mean absolutely anything.
But what I'm saying is it's no better setting up the way we did against Chelsea and looking like we were never going to get in.
At least against Chelsea, you had an opportunity. At least against Chelsea, you had an opportunity.
I don't think we had any. We had Son had his first chance.
Not goal scoring. I'm not talking about.
The 87th minute.
Against Chelsea, you lost with 1-0 with a penalty. Against another.
The result.
What is worse, guys? What's worse? Losing a 1-0 where you didn't create anything, but you lost because of a penalty decision, or losing a game where you conceded 5 goals and you scored 4 goals. But visually, to me, I know which one's better.
To me, 5-4 all the time. To me, 5-4 every time.
As a coach, you should tell your defenders to go home after 5 goals.
Sorry. Forget that. Our defenders are not good enough. I'm not trying to say they are. But what I'm saying is, losing a game 1-0 when Son had his first touch in the opposition box in the 87th minute is not good enough. That is scared to play.
End of discussion. Everton scored 5 goals. Everton scored 5 goals against you last game. What makes you think
I'm not defending our defenders, but I'm saying that is how the approach you should have in football. The approach you should have is that I can play you, and we do not have that approach on the Jose Mourinho.
Let me give you an example. Sheffield United. Has Sheffield United this year lost by 5 goals? Have conceded 5 goals this season?
No.
Has West Ham conceded 5 goals this season?
We would never do that.
I know you have.
Right. EGAL, this is where you're going to get stumped here, right? Because I've got my opinions on this, right? We've been beaten and conceded a lot of goals. However, right, we've conceded 6. If you were to ask any fan outside of this group here who plays the best football out of all our teams, which team are they saying?
Leeds.
There you go. There's your answer. That's why I agree with Elena, is that yes, they conceded 5, but ultimately she's been entertained. And as a fan, she's probably been through a lot of guff, had to watch a lot of guff for so many games. So then when she sees a team go out and express themselves, that's where it is. So that's what I'm saying, though. So for me, I'm with Elena. Like, at least they had a go and they were entertained and they were in the game.
And I also want to say, I just want to say, coaching matters. We can't, like I say, you can't go from one extreme to another. You can't go from pragmatism to attacking in one game. Like, and I just feel like he needs to implement some tactics and actually stick to them. You can't just flip flop, because that defense needs serious coaching. You can't go from one extreme to another. That's what coaches
do. You know what coaches do? I used to be a basketball coach. If my players don't listen to me, I'll let them freestyle and do what they want to do to show them that their way is not the right way. And I think that's what probably took place.
But he's supposed to be a serial winner that doesn't throw away cups. So what am I saying? He did exactly what Poch did then. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then he did what Poch did by throwing away, not prioritizing a cup game. Oh, let's talk about that. He didn't prioritize a cup game.
Elena, anything I say about Jose, you're not gonna want Jose. I'm not gonna change your mind on Jose. What I'm talking about is, at the end of the day, Tottenham, you guys are where you think. You guys think too highly of yourselves. You guys aren't. As a club, you guys think too much. Your expectations are too high, and you need to maybe lower your expectations because you are punching above your weight.
See, that's shade, right? That's shade. But let's move it on, because I want to pick up on another thing that you said, EGAL, as well, if that's okay. Great chat, and this is what I love. I know you said. Tell me what you said about Kane again. You said Kane's a fraud.
Kane is a fraud.
No, man.
I've had this numerous times. You all know why?
Go on.
Because if you're going to speak about him, in the same category as Alan Shearer, and you're going to speak of as the same category as Aguero, Harry Kane, he needs to win a major honor. However, 200 plus goals that he has.
Shearer didn't win against Blackburn, man. That's so. Come on, Shearer, when he went to Blackburn, then he went to Newcastle and didn't win. No, mate. You know, I think that's unfair. I never agree with this rhetoric that gets thrown at elite players when they say, "Oh, they have never won a World Cup," or they've never. What if someone as gifted as Messi played for Gabon? He's never going to win a World Cup or a major tournament, and that wouldn't be fair to say. I'm sorry, mate, you're not elite. You know, I don't agree with that. So if Harry Kane, how do you
categorize players?
Go on.
How do you? Because I categorize somebody who is world class just below elite. I personally categorize elite as the highest of the high, and in order to get into that category, you have to be putting up the statistics for a numerous amount of seasons, and B, you have to be winning major honors. You can be considered world class, but still not be considered elite. When you call him elite, that is why he's a fraud, because he hasn't broke through that threshold.
Kane will be that. He'll break the record, man, for the most goals, man. He's elite level.
Honestly, I hate Tottenham, but Harry Kane is different level. I'm not joking. Yeah. Like, you see him this season dropping back, picking out passes. But this is the thing. I know what Gal's saying. It's like, has he done it? But then he's in a Tottenham side that don't win anything. If he's going to probably leave either this summer or the summer after.
Don't compare him to Lewandowski. Don't compare him to.
I'm not comparing him, but talent-wise.
Anyway.
No, but you can, bro. You can. It's not. Listen, I think he should be commended for what he's doing. He's at a club that he loves. You know, I was listening to something early in preparation to this, and they were talking about if Kane doesn't move on, it's more a question on his ambition, etc. Why? Because he wants to play for a club. His ambition is he wants to drag these up with him. He shouldn't be lambasted for not wanting to go and make a big money move to a top club just so he can win something at the end of his career and say, well, I won something, so now I'm elite. You are elite. He's already elite, man. He's one of the best strikers in world football.
Okay, you can be the best striker in world football, but in order to be considered the top of the top, the best, one of the greats of all time, which people already try to put him in that bracket. That is why he's a fraud. He's not a fraud because he is world class. Don't get me wrong. He can be world class, but he's not elite until he surpasses that threshold, and he cannot be put in the same category as Aguero, Harry Kane cannot be put in the same category as Henry. He cannot be put in the same category as even Alan Shearer, even if he breaks his record, because he never got that. He never got that win, that league title, that Champions League. None of those things. And the reason why Gerrard winning that Champions League meant so much to him, because it put him in that echelon. If he never won that Champions League, Steven Gerrard would be in the same category.
Nah.
I'm not
having that, bro. I'm not having that, EGAL. But EGAL, fair enough. EGAL's got his opinions, and that's why we like to have him on, man. It is what it is. Football is about opinions. But let's just go around the houses just on this game. Listen, I'm going Spurs 1-0. Corey?
3-1 City.
Hal?
What game are we talking about?
I know, yeah.
It will definitely finish.
I
don't know, 1-0 to one of them.
1-0 to one of them. EGAL, what are you going? 3-4?
I'm going 5.
5.
5-1.
5-0. Elena?
2-0 City.
Oh, come on, man. You've got to back your team, man.
I did on TFT because it's but to be honest, it's not going to happen. 2-0, 2-1.
So basically,
I can't be deluded. Look at them.
So basically, you're lying to your regular Spurs viewers on your Tottenham podcast.
Not lying, just being positive. But then when I come here and then I hear all you lot, I'm like, yeah, nah.
I never thought a West Ham fan would be my favourite on this channel.
Stop it!
Right, let's move it on. Great chat though. Thank you so much. Guys, if you like what you're hearing, please smash a like on the video as per before we move on to our next point. Go on, mate.
I think, if you die and you went to purgatory is probably that rant, but you're up next, but you never get a chance to speak ever again. And it just happens forever. Like that. That's purgatory.
What I've just done, or what do you mean?
Me, probably.
Also, the thing about Harry Kane, I was just thinking,
EGAL,
in basketball, one player can be transformative and make the team better. Obviously, in football, you can, I believe, be elite in a team surrounded by 10 players who aren't, and that's not going to be enough. So I think it's quite unfair, isn't it, to sort of hold someone back because of that.
I'm giving you my categories. My categories are world class and then elite. And in order for you to jump from being a world class player and performing week in, week out, showing the statistics throughout the season, and to jump into the final echelon, which is legendary and elite status, you need to be winning trophies. And I feel like any top player,
does Messi enter the same bracket as Pele and Maradona for you then?
No, Messi will always be behind Maradona based on his international record.
See, I don't agree with that, me. I think it's unfair because I hear it all the time. Until he's won a major tournament, he can't be considered. It's a load of tosh, just my opinion. Because like I say, I pray for that day when someone the level of Messi plays for Northern Ireland, for example. He's never going to win them a major tournament. Yeah, so, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Will Bamford be remembered more than, for example, your Leeds players that used to score league title wins for you guys? No, he won't.
No, of course he won't, because he's nowhere near to that 70s side.
Yeah, so in Argentina, Maradona will always be remembered more than Messi, because Messi always got there, but he never crossed the line when it came to international tournaments.
No, but I'm talking from like world stage, yeah?
Yeah. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, he won it with Portugal, even though he was limping against France, and I was pissed off because I support France. But he beat us fair and square. So,
Sorry, I just read a comment that made me laugh.
That's my threshold. Unless you pass that, you don't. The moment you break through it, it's like having ice cream. You take your first bite, you're going to finish the whole thing.
Right, cool. Let's move it on now because we've got another layer of purgatory. I don't know what that comment means. I'm going to get Hal to explain it to me.
Oh well, because I was mentioning purgatory. It's trust me, it's joining in the fun.
Okay. Rivalry Aside TV have said smash the like.
And I'm like, I don't think Hal can take another rant about Kane, so I'm just gonna leave that for another day.
Elena, if you ever feel like you're losing anyone on this channel, just say, "Oh, Rafinha's good, isn't he?"
I do love that man, but I think the Leeds fans came. No, they came for me when I tweeted that I wanted him.
How are you coming for me? I feel like you're coming for me here.
Joe, not once now, nor ever in the future will I ever come for you. I absolutely love you. I think you're a wonderful host, and I really enjoy being on the channel.
But he doesn't like me being a guest.
He doesn't what?
He doesn't like me being a guest.
Oh, right, okay, I see. Well, actually, Elena, these guys have actually all come over to your channel. I still haven't made an appearance on LILYWHITEV yet, which I'm still fuming about.
We need to do something.
Yeah.
But when we play you lot.
Eh?
When we play you lot, we will.
Yeah, I've heard it all. You're full of shit. Moving on. Rivalry Aside TV have said smash the like on the video, guys. We've got like 11 likes for 150 likes. So make sure
that is great. That is great. But can I just point out they have left a space before the punctuation, and that is grammatically incorrect. So I'm going to have to dock them 1 point for that, and that's less video.
That's the way to do grammar, everyone. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, but guys, make sure you check out Rivalry Aside as well. Huh?
Stop getting grammar wrong.
I'm not about that, me. I still, to this day, cannot punctuate. You just have to check that tweet.
Hal tells me every day.
I blame the English education system. But let's move it on slightly. I want to talk about someone just briefly. Remember, we spoke about Ralph Hasenhüttl on this show, and I laughed and said, "What was he doing, crying after beating Liverpool in a one-off, like a game that meant nothing? It didn't confirm Champions League football. It didn't win him a league title. It didn't get him through to the next round of the cup. It got him 3 points, and since then, he's lost 5 on the bounce." 5 on the bounce, and I think it's quite hilarious personally. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, guys.
Can I say the first point? I felt like it was his emotions coming out meant that he wanted that game so badly. Like he was so happy that they got a result in that one game, and it just showed me that they wanted it more than Liverpool on that night. That's what I felt like. I thought it was a good thing, just to say.
You thought it was a good thing, yeah. I think it's still tin pot because look what's happened since. He's lost 5 on the bounce. Hal, talk to me about it.
I'm laughing at all these comments. I wasn't listening to anything you said, sorry.
You're such a knob, I'm telling you. Corey, thoughts?
Yeah, it was a bit over the top, wasn't it? I think I defended him at the time, but I kind of think about it now. Like, I thought he might have cried the other night when he beat Wolves as well. So I was like, oh God, he's not going to do it again, is he? But on a football level, he's had a lot of injuries, and then that United game, obviously, to get another 9-0 is a terrible look. But it was different from the last time. I don't know why I'm defending Ralph, to be honest, for Southampton, but I think they'll turn it around and he'll cry when they get top 10.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Move it on then. We'll go to Arsenal versus Leeds United. I'm going to come to Elena first of all. How do you see this one going?
Just go at them. And please win because it will be funny. So I'm just hoping that you actually go at them and you actually you get a result. They're quite shaky in the back. We already know that. They've got David Luiz. I'm pretty sure he's back now, isn't he?
Yeah.
We are too. No one's saying we're not. I can still cuss you lot with us being crap at defending as well. So I feel like, you've got defenders that like to play Superman outside. You've got keepers that like to play Superman outside the box. You've got defenders that apparently get red cards for nothing. So hopefully you can do something against them. I'm hoping you'll win like 2-1, 3-1.
Nice.
Just keep going at them. Rafinha,
Bamford. Yeah. Nice. Hal, have you stopped reading the comments and can give me some chat about about Leeds and Arsenal?
No, but yeah, no, I can. So it's going to be a really interesting game. I think the thing with Leeds United is the way Leeds United play football under Bielsa is the way every fan of every other club secretly, or maybe not so secretly as I'm being now, actually wishes their side played. And I think that, Leeds with the teamwork, the flair, chasing everything. That's what I loved seeing in the last game. 90 minutes, games won against Palace. Still like 4 men chasing the player with the ball for Palace. Outstanding to watch. A joy, a credit to your City. And honestly, I've got to say, Leeds United are a welcome addition to the Premier League. And I can see a real shock here and Leeds nicking this 1-0 and then doing that, harrying that, chasing and getting up amongst the Arsenal players and just seeing it out, which will be a real turn up for the books because people will expect Leeds to concede goals. I think they're going to learn a few lessons this season and actually stop shipping.
Nice. Love that, Hal. Love that. Nice, serious. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It was good. I wanted to go, yes, man.
Just clip that, Joe, and stick it on the wall in the Leeds dressing room and they'll be up for it.
I will do. Or next time I come in and you've got nothing to say, I'll just share that on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Corey, how do you see this one going, mate? Are Leeds the favourites?
Yeah, I'd say so, definitely. Yeah, I think Arsenal are in a bit of a tricky situation at the moment. Partey's out. That's a massive miss. They're looking a bit leggy. I think they had about a 20-minute period maybe against Villa. They're just struggling at the moment, and Leeds are obviously in the ascendancy. They're in the ascendancy. I think it's interesting to see because obviously in the week you've obviously got that result against Palace and there's talks of Europe. Maybe, mate, you've got a game in hand on Arsenal. Maybe you can push for it, get a bit of momentum. But I think Hal touched on it a little bit about Leeds' defence improving, and it has actually improved this season, and it is improving for a couple of games. So I think they've got a good chance in this game, mate. I think they can cause Arsenal some real issues.
Yeah. Definitely, mate. I agree with you. I wanted to get everyone's thoughts. So we're going for Leeds United wins all around the board here, it would seem, Miguel. How are you feeling about that, mate?
Okay, first things first. This myth about Arsenal being bad defensively first needs to be debunked, okay? You guys value Aston Villa as one of the better defenses in the league this year. In addition to Tottenham being a decent defense this year in the Premier League, playing for low-scoring games, you guys... Both those teams have conceded 24 and 22 goals. You got Chelsea conceding 22 goals. You got Leicester conceding 25, and Man City running away with it, conceding 14. Arsenal have conceded 23 goals, and only 2 of those goals have been from set pieces, one of them being an own goal. So people who say Arsenal play bad defensively, we just have decisions go against us with red cards that are pretty
Here we go.
No,
The refs are against the Arsenal.
Yeah, we hear this all the time. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my tinfoil hat now. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk. David Luiz, red card. Leno, red card. Consistently getting red cards. Absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Some of these decisions that are Leno's was given correctly as a red card, but I would say some of those decisions do go against us with small margins. The team that is performing bad, having decisions that are quite shaky going against us also. We are underperforming and underachieving, and results matter. I get that, but when you guys say our team is this bad, yes, we're underachieving. But we still have decent players. We still have a good, like I would say 7 to 8 players that can destroy a team on a given day. So as bad as we have been, don't disrespect the team and say, oh, we're gonna get smashed. I remember guys saying we're gonna get beaten by West Brom. We ended up beating West Brom by how many goals? Like, come on. So I think this game is gonna go 2-1. And don't forget, Leeds, as you told me, Joe, you guys will have a good record in London, right? Mm-hmm. On top of that, last time you guys, when was the last time you guys beat us? Like, we played you guys 2 times now. I think you haven't scored a goal on us yet.
That's true. In the last 2, yeah, FA Cup and earlier on in the season, but the 0-0, we absolutely battered you.
Yeah, you battered us, but at the same time, we could have been given a penalty late for a handball decision that wasn't considered a handball by the referee because he said he was protecting his face, and it would have hit his face anyways. So yeah,
I love this from Rivalry Aside TV. Arsenal don't have a good record in London. Oh god.
No. Anyways, guys, the team might be performing bad, but we're not as bad as people make it seem. A lot of things are 50-50s, close games. We could easily be 6-7 points higher up the table just off 2 games and 2 different results. Honestly, I sound ridiculous. I hear it, but it's up to you guys. Take whatever you want to take from it.
Leeds.
Yeah. By the way, that comment is worth finding that Richard has just put on there. That's funny.
Yeah. Check that
He's
out.
not listening at all.
Hal, find the comment and share the screen. Make it happen.
Seems like a bit of work.
Well, you're all right finding pictures of yourself.
Look,
you already had it ready to go.
I've got ready to go. I've got a picture of me by the bedside.
Yeah, on the morning, like first thing you see is yourself.
I just want the first thing I see each morning to be the most beautiful thing. Anyway, we're out of time. Thanks all of you for joining us. The watch along you can catch myself on Monday. There's nothing else on 6 o'clock. Join me on the Sheffield United way. Make sure you subscribe. We're all Yorkshire, aren't we?
EGAL, right? So at the end of the day, though, Arsenal are in the bottom half, bro. They're in the bottom half. Leeds obviously beating Palace, moved them up to 10th. If we win on the weekend, which I'm a little bit nervous about because ultimately that London record's there for a reason. It's really strange. We haven't won in London since 2017 against Queen's Park Rangers, sorry. Which it's strange, but, you know, records are meant to be broken. We won at home on a Spurs pitch, so some of us are saying that classes as a London pitch. So maybe maybe the hoodoo's done. So I don't know. I think we will beat Arsenal. I do. I think Cedric Suarez at left back. Maybe if Aubameyang comes in, I don't know who will play on the left, EGAL, but I think Rafinha and Ayling will be good, man. We'll be good down that side. Bamford's in hot form. If we score early and first, then yeah, I think we'll do you. Arsenal aren't scoring a lot of goals. So yeah, if Arsenal win the game, it'll be 1-0 for me. But I think we'll be all right. I think we'll win the game 2-1. And like I say, if that happens, then you know we're playing them Champions League tunes on ALLLEEDSTV. We've been talking about it. Europe's on the horizon. Obviously,
this was us. This was us last
season. I think we're going to win 2-1. I think we're going to win 2-1. I think both teams are going to score, and it's going to be one of those games where we nick it at the end. 2-1. That's how I feel it's going to be. I'm not for 1 second going to delude myself and be like, "Hey, I'm comfortable. I think we're going to smoke you guys." No, I don't think that at all.
No. But the thing is, Calvin might be out. You know, he's touch and go. Press conference today, they said he might not make it. We'll have to wait. But Calvin's the type of character that if he will go at any sort of close to, you know, match fitness, he'll be there. If he's not in, then, you know, I might change my opinion. But I'm always going to back Leeds as per. But yeah, Hal, we're riding it at the minute, mate. Every time we get a result on the watch-alongs, we're like, tune up the band, start playing the European tunes.
I'll tell you what, though, Joe. You know, 46 points left to play for the Blades. That could give us 56 points. So actually, we can still win the league. So if Sheffield United don't win the league from this position, is it a bad season? Big questions need answering.
Definitely. I want to ask a question though around the you know the guests before we just move on to West Ham Blades, which I'm really looking forward to.
Is that going to happen? Is that going to happen on Friday?
No,
that we'll actually get to it.
We'll get to it, bro.
Good.
We'll get to it.
All right. Corey, you're still here.
Why are you doing this to me, Hal? What have I done wrong?
Oh, Joe, it's never you. I love you. And actually, I might go for the joke.
It's me. I'm the problem.
He's killing us off this week. He's killing us off. He might be substituted out next weekend, I think. Next week. But, Corey, who has the best chance of Europe out of Leeds United and Arsenal?
Oh, it's Leeds. It's definitely Leeds. No, it's Arsenal struggling. I don't really know what to make of them. I thought Arteta was doing a good job, and I thought they were going to build on this season, and I don't think they're quite there yet. And he's still a young manager, and it's going to take time. But I think the thing that gets me with Leeds is they've got a game in hand, and they've improved throughout the season. And so maybe you can compete. I'm not saying you're going to finish above West Ham, but I think you'll definitely be top half. And then who knows, mate? This season's nuts at the minute. So yeah. Definitely more chance of Leeds getting it. Nice,
love to hear it, Elena.
Yeah, I think I've already said I think you'll win. I think it'll be 2-1, 3-1, maybe to you lot. I don't know. I just think you're going to have too much for them. I do think you'll concede. It might even be 3-2.
You didn't hear my question, did you?
You can tell.
That's what you told me. I was messaging Kendall saying I'm going to be late.
Who's got a better chance of Europe?
I'm going to be late, and it's my fault. Sorry.
She already knows I'm late. It's fine. She already knows that every week. Anyway.
Who's got a better chance of Europe out of Arsenal and Leeds?
Leeds.
Nice. How?
Well, I'm very excited with this question. Also, I'm very glad that Corey, who I thought had frozen, is still with us. I'm going to say Leeds. And here's a little song that you can use that we were using this time last season. We're going abroad. From Amsterdam to Kazakhstan, we're going abroad. Actually hurts quite a lot singing that now because it's not likely to happen for us. We're probably going down. I won't be on this channel next year.
Can't you just come on in?
Swansea away.
Well, but you do have ho 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 Kane Bryan.
Oh my God, I heard.
Sheffield United have quite possibly the worst chance ever, really.
The ho 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 Kane Bryan became no Kane Bryan because he gave the ball away when Chelsea won.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So has that been hung up now?
No, I created it and it's doing the rounds. I mean, I don't know if the kids call it going viral, but it's done well and people are singing it. And if we were at grounds, I'd be going, "Hey, I started that." Me. Yeah. No one would care.
To be fair to you, mate, my mate, who I used to work with, Sheffield United fan, and I don't mind the old like a packet. What is it? Like a greasy chip.
The greasy chip butty song. It's the oldest song in football.
Yeah, so that's your bang, right? That's your shebang.
That's my jam.
Yeah, like a packet of what is it? Magnet. Give us a blast, Hal. It's a good one. Come on.
You fill up my senses like a gallon of maggot, like a packet of Woodbines, like a good pinch of snuff, like a night out in Sheffield, like Sheffield United. Come fill me again, na 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 na. Ooh, born to be, Blaze man.
Yeah, it is really. It
Did
is
I
a
hear
good
my
one.
name? Did I hear my name, or am I crazy?
Oh, you're crazy. Definitely crazy.
Right, Elena, if you need to go, we'll let you go, and we'll let the lads talk about West Ham Sheffield United.
I mean, yeah, okay. I was gonna wait.
Okay, bye.
No, if you need to go, it's cool.
All
Bye,
right.
love.
Well,
Love
I'll
next
see you
week.
lot next week anyway. Probably
No
with a
worries.
serious rant after that City game.
West Ham Spurs next week.
I'll see you lot next week.
Bye,
Yeah,
love.
see you.
Bye.
Now I'll see you anyway.
Watch along. Be part of the watch along.
Listen, don't forget,
yeah.
Arsenal are still in the Europa League. So, as
Not
much
for
as you guys are, the league position is not the only way we can get into Europe. We could possibly win the Europa League.
Go. It's fine.
Bye, Elena.
Bye. Right. Okay. Cool. So let's talk about West Ham, Sheffield United. Issues at centre back, I believe, Corey. I'm just going to, read some bits off, and then I'll let you two go ahead on it. Issues at centre back for West Ham after the game against Man United, playing extra time against them as well, which can't be great. Sheffield United now won 6 of their last 9. How's it going to go? We'll start with you, Hal.
Oh God! I mean, bottom of the league. Got to go away to West Ham. Can't even be there. It's going to be cold. There's no joy left in life, is there? Everything's rubbish, and I can't see an end in sight. And the next time I'll be able to go to Bramall Lane will be when we're in the Championship. It's just all pants.
But how
Don't stick that on the wall. My Leeds rant was much more uplifting, but I'm thoroughly terrified of this game. We haven't lost to West Ham in God knows how long away from home. We lost to them, of course, at Bramall Lane earlier in the season in a game which was very reminiscent of the Leeds match, where it was end-to-end. Either team could have won it, and the away side snatched it. On this case, it was a wonder goal. It's unlikely that player will score again because Haller has been sold to Ajax, or the way Elena said it, Ajax. So that's not going to happen. I think it's going to be an awful game. I think West Ham are going to win. I think we'll give it our best, but we just can't score goals. The only goals we score are penalties and own goals.
Lovely.
That's not good, mate. I was expecting more.
Sorry, I'm weathered. I'm tired of watching this season. It's been a slog. It's been difficult. I'm kind of resigned to relegation. I think even if we go on a run, we just finish 3rd from bottom.
Oh, really?
Just scored a good goal against us, so that at least that was a highlight.
Yes, EGAL, that doesn't sound patronising at all. Thank you.
Scoring a goal against Arsenal, at least you'll have that, right? When you go down.
Well, that'll be a highlight of the season. The best result of the season, a loss to Arsenal.
Corey, them issues at centre-back, obviously that extra game you played, are you worried about this fixture at all?
A little bit, because I think they, despite obviously the quality maybe not being there, I think they are still fighting. Obviously, you said six wins in 9 games, albeit 3 of them were in the cup competition. It still means something. We come into the fixture ridiculously fatigued. We didn't get a striker in. We don't have enough squad depth in there. Souček played 120 minutes on Tuesday, and he's played 3 back-to-back games previously. So it remains to be seen. I don't know if Mikel Antonio is going to play, so we might end up with Lingard up front, which isn't ideal. Ogbonna out for a month, Yarmolenko out for the season, so it's all gone to pot a bit, to be fair. Like, I was getting quite excited a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm like, so I think it'll be a closer game than it would have been. For me, we have to go and get 3 points. We can't play around here. If we get a draw, it'll be massively disappointing, like it was against Fulham.
See, I fancy Sheffield United in this game. I do. I am going to go 1-0 Sheffield United. I'm always going to back them, man, just for my friend Hal. Not that I don't. Not that it's just he
Joe,
needs the support.
He needs it. He needs the point.
Last season we were flying. We went to West Ham. We really took the game to them and should have won and got a 1-1 draw, and that was really frustrating. I just can't see us, even playing like that. Even the lad that scored the goal, Lys Mousset, I don't think he'll be really involved. He's been out injured all season. He's only played a couple of games. He's just so crucial to us. Brewster can't find the back of the net. Ollie, Burke. He missed a wonder chance in the first 30 seconds against Chelsea. They didn't get another chance the whole game. This is the problem. We don't create a lot, and when we do, we can't take them. I'm really concerned. We just need to learn how to find the back of the net, but it's just taking too long.
If you were to win this game, Hal, would it rejuvenate you, or is it really...
Christ, I hate West Ham. God, I hate West Ham.
He'd love it. He'd absolutely love it.
Chuffing, I nearly swore there. I would love it. I would say, sugar my dumplings. That was a good win.
EGAL,
try not to swear. You see.
Yeah, I get it. EGAL, what are your thoughts on this one, mate?
To me, Sheffield United this whole season is going to be damage limitations, and when it comes to West Ham, they're overachieving. So for both sides, it's 2 different ends of the spectrum. If West Ham United lose, they're going to just say, you know what, it doesn't mean anything, they move on. If Sheffield United win, they're also going to move on and be like, it doesn't mean anything, we move on, because it's going to be, they're both fighting they're fighting an uphill battle. So I see West Ham winning this game based on the form that West Ham were in going into the past couple of weeks. And is it true that Antonio's out? Because I didn't know about that. I have him in my FPL team.
No, he's I've got to take him out as well, mate. I think he's fatigued, so I don't think he'll start.
Good.
Yeah. We'll bring him on though. Don't worry about it.
Tell you what, Corey, from what I told you off air, if Lingard scores, you know how much that's going to bother me.
Oh God, yeah.
I want to speak about a specific player on West Ham. The revelation that Creswell has been this season. Wow, has he always been this good, or is it just he's on all the set pieces now?
No, we wanted him out for ages, and then we played him left centre back, and obviously Moises come in and he's playing better. He's more. It's just the quality from set pieces. To be fair, mate, there is concerns if he does start to progress a bit too far that he can be beaten. But I'm surprised you haven't spoke about Souček, mate, because he's different level. Like honestly, the fact we've got him for 13 million, is a snip. So hopefully he's fully fit for this game. Because that's the problem.
We've already spoken about Souček so many times. Like people are saying the midfield better
feels
than
like he
midfield.
has.
So.
No, we just talk about Mourinho. So I don't talk about
No, we don't. I feel like we're losing people in the comments. Just to get people back in the comments, Rafinha's good, isn't he?
Mate, come on, don't hit. Don't hit. Let's just get it right. I'm going to give you a Hal, right? We cannot be disliked by yourself just because your recruitment team is absolutely diabolical. You've spent a lot of money, which doesn't...
A lot of money.
You have, and it's been wasted. Whereas Leeds United have picked up a Rafinha at 17
I don't know why
million.
you think it's hate, Joe. I literally said Rafinha is good.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just mentioning it.
I like him.
I'm bigging up the Leeds fans that are in the chat. He's like, we're losing. Let's throw him a bone. Mention Rafinha.
He's good, isn't he, Rafinha? I like him.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's a good player. What do you think? Like and subscribe. Comment
Who's
in the
that guy
chat.
you guys bought from Liverpool? What's his name?
Brewster.
Which-
Ryan Brewster.
Brewster.
Sheffield United. Yeah, Ryan Brewster. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about
I don't know
Lingard
if you guys
anyway.
are
What
doing
were you
that.
saying? Is it allowed to be spoken about?
No. I think I told you last time off air. There's some stuff I was dealing with behind the scenes with Lingard because away from this, I'm very important, and I had some insight on Lingard, and Corey knows. And that anyway, if he scores, it'll wound me. It'll burn. It'll sting. It'll sting deep. It'll be as hot as Ken Hom's hot walk. I don't know where that came from.
No. But Corey, he's been a bit of a revelation, hasn't he, since he's come in?
Nah, behave. He had a good game. He had a really good game against Villa. And then he didn't look great against Fulham, to be fair. And he was cut-tied not cut-tied, but he couldn't play against Man United because of the loan. But he's got something there. You forget about him, but he's definitely a good player. Not sure how he'll do up front on his own. That's a bit of a problem. It's going to hurt us.
You're doing him a disservice. Jesse Lingard coming into your team, he will offer you a lot more link-up play and help and pressing from the front, where a lot of your midfielders don't really do that.
I don't know. I think they do. No, I know what you mean. But I think Lingard is a good player, but he's got to have players around him.
I love that. I know what you mean, which means I don't agree with you. But I don't want the argument.
No.
I think he's gashed me. I think he's
come on, he's a
overrated.
good player. He's a good player.
I think
He's a good player.
overrated. I think
He's at his
overrated.
level. He's at his level.
Yeah,
Mikey Moo's right. Can we get back to talking about Rafinha, please?
Yeah.
Rafinha signing of the summer at 17 million. Yes or no? EGAL?
Martinez signing of the season.
What did they pay for him?
It's a good shout.
18 million.
Fair. Corey?
Tommy Soucek, 13 mil. Surely.
Oh, it's a good shout.
That's a brilliant show. I've not even been thinking about him. Hal Brewster, 27?
Yeah, it's probably going to be Ryan Brewster. If we'd literally played no one up front, we'd have scored as many goals as we have with poor Ryan Brewster. He does look like confidence is...
You'll do good in the championship. Don't worry.
Thanks to God. Again, not patronising in the slightest.
But Hal, who's your signing in the summer?
He doesn't like me at all.
No, I do. I like you tremendously. You got a wonderful voice. Who was I signing in the summer? God, Jayden Bogle.
No, Rafinha, like the...
Oh, right. No, yeah, Rafinha, you're breaking my heart.
We need you to come up with a chant, don't we? Right, guys, have we got time for quiz questions? Are you wanting to do them, or do you need to shoot?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do a quiz question.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Do I need to shoot? I'll tell you what. My wife's so cross with me at the moment. My wife's pleading tears froze to her face this morning, so I have reluctantly agreed it is time to put the heating on.
Right, are we doing it? Are we going?
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, is it me? Oh, right, yeah, okay. What is the largest ever fee received for a Premier League player? So an outgoing Premier League player.
Coutinho.
Oh, that's a brilliant one. It could be Coutinho. Do you just need the fee then, not all the player?
No, just a player.
Well, I can't think past Coutinho. You're breaking my heart.
Okay, so Aguero.
yeah, that's my go-to, innit? Eden Hazard.
No, it was Coutinho.
What is it? There you go.
Well done, Miguel.
105 mil. You believe it?
Woof.
They brought him back.
They still owe Liverpool 40 mil.
Yeah.
Right, who's up next?
I've got one.
We have to ask questions.
Yeah, don't worry, EGAL, you don't have to. So here's my question. Rafinha's good, isn't he? Also,
Yes.
EGAL, that actually is a rhetorical question.
I got a question.
I've got a real one, but EGAL, go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna name 3 players: David Beckham, Gary Lineker, and Alan. What's his name? Alan Shearer. Right. The question is.
Hang on, is that the question? What is Alan Shearer's name?
No, I've named all 3 of them. Now, this is a multiple choice question, okay? So the question is, from these 3 players, Alan Shearer, David Beckham, and Gary Lineker, which one of the 3 has not had finish in the top 3 for England's top prizes? Is it the question 1? It could be either one of them. 2, it could be none of them. Or 3, or 3, it could be all of them.
This is a really difficult question. Can you do it again?
That's like when my 3-year-old nephew tells me a story. I haven't got a clue what you just said.
Okay. England has an award where they have top 3 finishes based on the awards, right? So England's top personal award: David Beckham, Alan Shearer, and Gary Lineker. Have they each won that award or finished in the top 3? Have they not, or have neither of? Or you can pick whatever way you want.
What award?
PFA Player of the Year.
Oh,
right.
Well, have they either of them finished in the top 3 for that PFA Player of the Year award?
Right. I think that was quite a key part of that question. PFA Player of the Year.
Like I don't know.
I'm confused if it's PFA Player of the Year or if it's Football Writer Award. Which one award?
Wait, so who hasn't won it? Is that what the question is?
Okay, it could be either one. Have they finished in the top 3 for either the Football Writers Award or the PFA Player Awards when it comes to the vote tally in their playing career? So the answer is A, none of them have. B, you can pick an individual who has, or combination of who has, right? And then C, all of them have. So which one is it?
Okay, my question is, I've got a clue, Cal.
I'm going to go none of them have.
Yeah, I'll go all of them then.
Yeah, none of them.
Okay, so you've gone none of them have finished in the top 3 for PFA Player or Football Writers Award.
Nah, they all have. Must have done.
They all have. Hal's correct. So that it's a simple question. It's a trick question.
Yeah, it was a simple question, Egal. Absolutely.
It's a trick question. The delivery is supposed to be so complicated that it fools you.
Yeah. That was your.
Oh, so your delivery was you did that on purpose, did you, to trick us? Is that what you're saying, Egal?
that or I'm just tough at reading questions.
Egal, you are playing 4D chess, my friend.
Yeah.
But you got to get up pretty early to catch out old Hal. I haven't got a nickname for myself. Okay, so here we go. Who captained England? This one's pretty bad. Who captained England whilst playing in the 3rd tier?
Trevor Brooking.
Who captained England while playing in the 3rd tier? You're saying Trevor Brooking, Corey.
I feel he said that with his chest. That I'm just going to have to agree with him and say Trevor Brooking.
Okay, Egal, any thoughts? Who captained England whilst playing football in the 3rd tier? Anyone? Any ideas in the comments? You can, of course, have a go at this one. It's not Chris Basham.
I honestly have no idea. I'm probably not old enough to know.
I had no idea how old you are, Egal. I would never even venture to guess. Would you like the answer?
Yeah.
It's Ian Botham. He captained England whilst playing for Scunthorpe in the 3rd tier. Now that Egal is a trick question.
Yeah, that is a trick question because he's a cricketer, Egal.
He's a cricketer.
Wow, that's a great question.
Thank you. That is a great question. You're absolutely right.
I was going to say question 11 then because it's 11 on the list. No, it's my question. Only one player has scored 5 goals in a single Premier League half. Name him.
Oh, 5 goals in a Premier League half.
Aguero.
It's not Rafinha.
Rafinha. Bamford.
I don't know.
5 goals in a half.
Yeah.
That seems excessive.
Can you give us a year, or is that too much of a clue, mate? It's not. You just found it. Yeah.
I just found it, and if I did, I said Michael Owen was playing in '96 earlier on, or '94, whatever it was. So
you're a fool.
Obviously, I'm a fool.
I honestly don't know. I can't even hazard.
You're a fool. Good night.
Andy Cole.
He's still playing the game, and he's north of the border.
Oh, Jermaine Defoe.
Yes, Jermaine Defoe.
Oh, yeah, you should have got that, Corey, because he played for the Cheats, didn't he?
Yeah. All those times ago.
Yeah.
He was in the Championship then, so you probably wouldn't remember it, but fair enough.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes, Egal, you may.
Does it have to be Premier League related?
No, go on. Go ahead.
Your question.
You've already asked us one, but you can have another. Go on.
Well, I don't know if you did.
Go on, Egal.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna need time to reconstruct the question because it's.
No, you
I
can't.
thought you had one. I thought you had one ready to go.
I thought you had one in the chamber, mate.
I need time.
No, you don't. You don't. Do it next time that Leeds play Arsenal next season. I won't be here. So that'll be all right. Can I just say thanks genuinely to all the Leeds fans who joined us on our watch along, because I've only done 3 watch alongs and they were very well attended. And Joe, honestly, your Leeds brethren were really supportive, and I'm genuinely touched that so many joined in the watch along and said how amusing it was. I did try to make it entertaining. I'll be doing another one for the West Ham game at 6 p.m. on Monday.
Oh, good. Okay. Make sure you check out Hal's channel. Make sure you check out Corey's as well. This isn't, all Yorkshire, aren't we? Corey will also be doing that as well. So, maybe spend a half, like Hal said.
Hal's a lot funnier, so depends on how the game goes. You can either come over. If Sheffield United win, you might as well just watch ours because I'll be pulling my hair out.
Joe, I'm ready. And
go on,
this one you cannot be part of, okay? The player has played for Arsenal, Yeovil, Bristol City, and Leeds United. Joel and me cannot be involved.
Yeah, Luke Ayling, definitely. And there's a great picture of him, isn't there, on FIFA when he was playing for Yeovil, and he's got like 2 black eyes.
Yeah. He was.
That was too easy. Okay, keep it moving, guys.
He also
it's one question, Nigel. One question each. You've had one and a half, I think.
I think my first question was like 7 in 1. So
yeah, it was, I don't even think it was a question. It was more
hell of a question.
Yeah,
a riddle.
A riddle, yeah, that was probably it. It was probably a riddle. Right, guys, thank you as always. Make sure you check out the kid EGAL TV. He'll be doing his stuff for the Leeds versus Arsenal game. So one Leeds beat Arsenal, and you want to watch some salty tears from EGAL as they get further down that second, the bottom half of the table. Make sure you check out EGTV. Make sure you check out the West Ham Way. We've Corey Kemp always doing some great content over there, and of course we'll have the watch along. He will have the watch along for the Sheffield United game, and make sure you check out the Sheffield United Way. Hal, the main man himself, DJ Hal Stewart, Ralph Little lookalike, David Guest lookalike. He does it all, man. He's just your one-stop shop for everything comedic in and around the Yorkshire area. Hal, have you got a?
I live in High Wycombe, mate, but okay.
Okay. Have you got a impression to take us out with?
Not really. I mean, Trevor Francis. Can have that one. EGAL won't know who that is, but he was the first £1 million footballer. That's a good question. You can have that one, EGAL.
Yeah, that is a great question. I believe it was Brian Clough who bought him as well, right? Yeah,
that's right, young man.
Don't do it again.
That's a good one. Right, cool. We'll leave it there then, guys. Thank you. Great numbers tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks for EGAL. We'll have you back, mate. Thanks for Hal. Thanks for Corey, and thanks from me.
Thanks from me. That's a great out. That. Thanks from me. Bye.
And we'll see you later. Ignore them comments, Hal, saying that at the end.
Yeah. Leave it at the bottom.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week, man. And we've got your big match preview tomorrow for the Arsenal game as well. So come